This is an Egbe Pataki, and the characters in this Pataki is Faponhunda, Orun, and Faponhunda Aye. This deals with the Odu of Ogbe Iwori. Now, two friends were on a different path and journey in life, but they were spiritual soul friends. One day, Faponhunda Aye wanted to experience the materialistic realm of earth. They were already in the heavens, so yeah. Faponhunda Aye wanted to experience earth so bad he was willing to go see an oracle. When he went to go see the oracle told him that he would have to make sacrifice so he would have a successful life. Well, he couldn't make the sacrifice because he didn't have any money. His friend being so distraught, his other friend actually seen him, which was Faponhunda Orun, seen him and was like, hey, what's wrong? So Faponhunda Aye basically told Faponhunda Orun what was actually happening. And because Faponhunda actually wanted to make sure that Aye got to experience the earth realm, he actually gave him the money. So Orun actually gave Aye the money to go to the earth realm. When he paid for his sacrifice, Aye went and paid the Babalawo for the sacrifice, right? He came back and he says, brother, gratitude for everything you've done for me. When I get to this earth realm, while you're in the heavens, half of mine is yours. So he told him, if he gets half, 2 carry shells, he gets half. If he gets 2 pair of pants, 2 shirts, he gets half. If he gets 2 wives, he gets half. If he has more than 1 child, he gets the other child. Well, finally, Faponhunda Aye makes it to earth and becomes extremely successful due to the sacrifice that he gave to the Babalawo. Well, when he got to being so extremely successful, he noticed one day out of the blue things started to change. And he was trying to figure out for the life of him, why did his clothes start coming up missing? Why was money missing around the house? Why was the keys lost? Why were things happening? Well, the termites started eating his clothes and his pants and everything else. And then one day he consulted the oracle, the Babalawo, and was like, Baba, certain things have changed and he's not enjoying the glamorous life that he once had when he first came down. The Babalawo basically told him, you made a promise. And because you did not fulfill that promise, now your friend is feeling some type of way. So the friend in heaven actually decided to say to himself, you know what? I done gave him stuff and he promised me. He forgot all about me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get that. So Faponhunda Orun came down to see Faponhunda Aye and seen that his life was like extremely abundant. Faponhunda Orun, he did just that. He took everything he could get half. The first night he took clothes, he took money, he took animals. And the thing is that Orun was taking all this stuff to take to the heavens with him. Sure enough, Aye went back to the oracle. He asked the oracle what he could do. So the oracle told him what sacrifice that he could do. And when he went to go do the sacrifices, he noticed he couldn't keep his end of the bargain with certain things. He couldn't keep his end of the bargain with finances. He couldn't keep his end of the bargain with a wife. He couldn't keep his end of the bargain with a child. Because think about it, he would have to, for them to go to the heavens and be in a family with Faponhunda Orun. So what ended up happening was is that he had to go back to the oracle, and he was just like, he can't keep his promise because there's certain things that he's not going to be able to fulfill. He didn't marry multiple women. He only had one wife. He had two kids, but he didn't want to, sacrifice his children. So the Bible always said that he can go to Orun on his behalf and tell him and see if he'll agree to the terms for them to have offerings annually, but it cannot be a human sacrifice, and it cannot be through him coming back down and taking whatever he wants to take. But every year, annually, he should honor and celebrate Orun, and that will appease Orun by having food, everybody sitting down, pictures, all that type of stuff to honor, celebrate, and have a party for Orun. So Orun agreed to the terms, and that's what AA did to keep his word with Orun, and for him to not lose, for AA not to lose any abundance left in the materialistic realm, which is earth. The moral of this story is, one, do not make promises you can't keep, because eventually that will catch up to you. Two, you cannot move if you made a promise. You have to fulfill it. Three, you better take care of your spiritual family, because a lot of the stuff that you do to your spiritual family can actually make and break your abundance. This is why it's very important to actually get to know who your Egbe are and get to bring them in your home. There's certain altars that you can actually do for your Egbe. But what's crazy is that, okay, like today, out of the blue, one of my clients called and was just like, hey, I seen where you posted something about Egbe. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, can you check and see if I have a spiritual husband? And sure enough, she did. Her spiritual husband was destroying every relationship because he did not like her giving them too much attention, but most importantly, the spirit did not like how the exes was treating her. So, and plus, he didn't like how she was treating them, so he broke it off every time. Ain't that something? And their two kids is up there. This is why she can't have any kids, because he refused to let them come down without her acknowledging him. Peace.